What's up, Devils? J-Dog back. 6 a.m. as always, goddammit. And today we're finishing up the video that I left off on because I scrolled down after the previous video and saw there were still about low more question marks that I could get some answering to. So we're going to stay on then. And if this ain't enough, if there's not enough questions left, then we'll raw dog it to the next video together. So, goddamn, this stupid ass fucking phone. You ever know where it goes? Does your phone do that, Devils? Goes goddamn, just jumps horizontal on you for no goddamn vertical, whatever the fuck it is, the opposite way you're looking at, for no goddamn reason whatsoever. But anyways, the video we're leaving off as the God of Throne sucks balls, no keyboards. Feels like this video is never fucking ending. I feel like when I first brought it up, I'm like, didn't I do comments over this one? Maybe Lindsay, and I was looking at the questions in the comments. I was like, I don't recall doing any of these, so I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. Maybe it's because I just brought it up, the story time a little bit, talking about Don and shit, talking about it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It just seems like that fucking video is just like never ending. But anyways, next goddamn question that was in line was from Shelby Sims. God damn it, this fucking stupid ass phone is freezing on me. There we go. Shelby Shin. Hey, what's up, J-Dog? What band would you like to see do a crossover? I personally would love to hear Asphyx do a straight death thrash album. Also, does pineapple go on pizza? In my opinion, pineapple does not go on fucking pizza. I know people that like it, but to me, yeah, no, it's just kind of fucking weird. It's almost like putting pineapple on ice cream. It's like, what the fuck? Well, people like it, but no, goddamn pizza sounds really fucking good right now. Since I've been dieting, I haven't had a pizza in, it's going on a fucking month. So I'm definitely due for one here really soon. So yeah, pizzas, you guys know, my favorite fucking food of all time. But no, I don't get no nasty ass pineapple on personally. And as far as what band would I like to see do a crossover, I mean, the Asphyx ones are pretty good if they kind of just did Death Thrash. Because the things about Asphyx, I like the first two albums, Last One on Earth and The Rack. The problem with that, with them in general, even on a couple songs on that album, is it would get too doomy in parts where I'm like, this is getting kind of fucking bored. Almost kind of when they had the more upbeat, in a sense, thrash, if you want to call it, beats, that it was just more. There's like, yeah, this is where the good shit's at. So it's like they kind of just did straight across. Their styles more death thrash. I've listened to one of the comeback albums. I think it was the first comeback album. I remember that being pretty good, but I never picked it up. And from what I hear, the comeback stuff is all pretty solid because the ones, whatever the first one in line is after the second album, so the third album, is that the self-titled one? I I remember being bored out of my fucking mind. And then there's like a fourth one, etc. So I wasn't too, like, from what I understand, the comeback albums are much better than those. So, but I'm not too familiar with them. But as far as other bands doing just a crossover, I mean, no one's come to my mind that I really like. Yeah, but I mean, that's fixed. That's not a bad fucking pick. Brain Dead Richard. Shout out to you, Bravo. I don't think I've ever seen you in the comments. This will be a controversial question, J Dog. Oh, those are my favorite ones. Keep controversial questions coming, Devils. If you can, it's more controversial the better because that's what people like to hear about. People like hearing negativity and just opinions. Because like I think my most viewed video, I don't even know what the fuck it is. When I gave my opinion about Satanic War Master racist or whatever, I haven't looked at it in 2 months or whatever. But when I saw, I think it was what I saw was like 5,000 views or something. So holy shit! So people like controversial shit. Now, don't be throwing in a bunch of politics shit because I don't really have an opinion about it. Like a lot of the crap you guys might even ask about, I was like, I don't know anything about it. I don't follow that crap whatsoever. I'm not like one of those guys that like, let's not talk about it. I just don't know anything about it because I don't fucking care. So, but I know obviously that can be very controversial. But if it's something you maybe throw whatever in there, if it's controversial and I got an opinion about it, I'll talk about it. Those are my favorite ones. Well, it's not that they're necessarily my favorite ones. It just seems like that's what the fucking viewers want to watch. That's what you guys want to watch. And if I got an opinion on it, sure, I'll fucking do it. Anyways, what the fuck does he have to say? What are your thoughts on Seth Putnam being associated with the band Vaginal Jesus? Don't really have any thoughts about it. Someone's got to do it, right? I mean, yeah, whatever. Was he the mastermind behind that band or just played with them? From what, let me just finish it off. I know HHR used to sell the Vaginal Jesus Compilation CD. Also, where's the Soulfly? We need the worship hour ASAP. Goddamn right. Fucking 216, he would agree. The only thing I've ever heard for the Vaginal Jesus stuff was I never really asked much around. Like maybe other people in that circle would know. Was just Dawn of the Dead again, bringing him up. He was friends with Seth Putnam, and he said that I don't even think he was 100% positive, or maybe he was. I'm pretty sure the story he told me. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the word he used. Was pretty sure that Seth Putnam, he's one of the members of Vaginal Jesus, and that it's just a shock value band. That he's like, I've known Seth for years, been friends with him for years. Like, never came off as racist, never brought up race, nothing. He's like, he's friends with Kate from High Rise. I don't think he's racist. I just think it's literally to be shocking and appalling. Kind of like looking at anal vomit. I mean, anal cunt. It was kind of just silly, stupid, and supposed to be offensive. You know what I mean? But I mean, he was just some random fucking regular guy that liked to party. That's based on what I understood. I've actually never met Seth. And as far as me, I thought the Vaginal Jesus stuff, I thought it was catchy stuff. And the lyrics I just took as a joke. I thought it was funny because I could take a fucking joke. Like I said, if a black band was to do the exact opposite and do it all about white people, I would think it'd be fucking awesome. I'd be like, fuck, if it's a good song, I'll pick it up. And the lyrics probably fucking funny because I could take a joke. I don't sit there and get all offended and take the shit seriously because I just don't care. And so yeah, that's all I know. So I don't even 100% know that Seth was in the band, but that's what I heard, and that's the knowledge I have. And as far as anal cunt, I never really got into anal cunt. I mean, Morbid Florist, it's been years since I heard. I thought that was kind of cool. I remember we got a bootleg disc of anal. Did I say anal blast? I meant anal cunt. I mean, it's a anal cunt. Morbid Florist. But the and I think the only thing about anal cunt I own is the split with Rochus Brothers, which I do like. I do like the Rochus Brothers. Again, funny as hell, offensive as fuck. It's just catchy music. I just think the lyrics are funny. I just think it's flat out funny. I don't take it serious. It's not like this is what I believe or no. It's just it's comedic. It's just kind of funny. You know what I mean? But anyways, with Anal Cunt, I remember we got this is years ago, a bootleg CD of their demos and I think rehearsals, and I'm pretty sure it was like a full length disc. I thought that was unfucking listenable. I mean, I think it was supposed to be like just noise. Whatever. But I was like, yeah, this is this is holy fuck. This is completely unlistenable. So yeah, I was never a big Anal Cunt fan, but again, kind of like I said, for their shock value type thing, I kind of respected them for their place because it was kind of cool and they've always had their niche. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone out and like people that aren't in the metal scene, but they're kind of in the cool club. They would bring up they've heard of Anal Cunt. They'd ask you, "Are you an Anal Cunt fan?" I'd be like, yeah. Yes and no. I was like, I don't know anything about them, but I mean, I know who they are. Yeah, they're in the scene that you're not in, but they heard of. So, in that regard, they kind of made the mark. A lot of people looks like they commented to him. His comment from Seagale S. Death Thrash versus Black Thrash. Which genre does J Dog like more? Both pretty good. You know what I mean? As long as good band. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have a preference. I mean, they both have some good bands. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't really prefer one or the other. Just whoever has the better songs. Imperial Nocturno. Yo, Justin, what are your thoughts on Satan's Host, Funeral Nation, and Holy Terror? It was cool to see your wife doing the show with you. By the way, what's J Dog's recipe for a healthy relationship? Cheers, brah brah. As far as the three bands you mentioned, I definitely like Satan's Host the most, but I only like one album by them, and that's The Metal from Hell. I think that fucking album is great. And then I like that, what was it, the 1986 demo? I have a couple versions of the Satan's Host Metal from Hell. Fuck, I got two LPs or so. What was it? What's his face from Denmark? I believe it was Horror Records. I could be wrong on that. They did an LP picture disc maybe 10 years or plus ago. I have that. Then I had I think it was a bootleg CD, which was the first thing I ever got, which was just the album. And then I don't know if there's another CD, if it's a bootleg or if it's official or not. And it has the 86 demo. Is it called Black Sunday or just has the song Black Sunday? I thought that was great. And then what the fuck was up? Was it even a different band when they came back? And you're like, it's like black metal now. I'm like, is this the same band? I don't even know, but it's Satan's Host. So why would you call yourself that when there's clearly a classic band? So whatever the hell else is after that fucking 86 recording, I either didn't like or didn't know or yeah, not into it. But Metal from Hell is fucking great. And recipe for a healthy relationship. I mean, you got what I would say to people is like you got to like make sure you're kind of like you guys are friends as well. In a sense, what I mean by that is like you can't be like some guys get married and they're like fucking yeah, I'm gonna go out this weekend with the bar with my buddies, and like you don't like why isn't your wife going with you? Like, would you like it if she went out to the bar without you? Probably not. And if you don't care, well, that's kind of like that's probably a problem. Like you should want to hang out with that person. So things like that. Like we go to the gym together and do stuff together. All the shows we go together. I mean, once in a while she can't make it because something came up. I've gone to like so since we've been together, there's maybe like 5 shows I went without her. But all the shows we go together. So do stuff together and find common interest to do stuff, with each other. You know what I mean? Because yeah, if you're just doing separate things all the time and barely talk and shit like that, it's not going to fucking work out. But I just got to get mind blown. A lot of guys, yeah, I'm fucking hanging out with my boys. It's like, that's okay if you're doing that like once every a year or so like that. But I would hear guys, they're doing that like every weekend, going out in the bar with your buds. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you going out to the bar for? Like with your boy, like to me, going out to the bar, which I was never a guy that ever did that, to be honest with you. You're going there to get fucking laid. Let's call it like it is. What the fuck are you going to the bar otherwise for? Like literally, what is the point of going to the bar? That is the biggest stupid ass waste of time and money you could possibly do. Like, if you want to drink, just fucking go buy a 6-pack or whatever and bring it home. It's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. Well, you just want to randomly talk to some other fucking hillbillies about the goddamn baseball game or fat ball game? That's a stupid ass fucking waste of time. At least you're at your home. You can watch whatever you want to watch or, yeah, playing tunes or whatever. That like, why would you be at a bar? The only fucking reason, and I guess if you're successful at it and it works, and if you're single, go ahead, is to meet chicks. Same with chicks. If they're going out there, like, what do you think of like when a girl's like, yeah, I'm going out on girls' night to the bar. They're hanging out. When you hear that, 20-year-olds and shit like that. It's going to fucking meet dudes. Like, what the fuck do you think? So it's like, so I hear that guys are like, why are you going to the? I mean, now if it's like a date night, like kind of like, yeah, you're going out with your friends, they're bringing their wives too, and you bring your wife. Yeah, cool, because it's a social setting, hanging out. But like guys that are just going to bars with one or two of their buddies, or they're going by themselves, which is a million times fucking worse. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, because that in my mind, the only reason to go there is in hopes to fucking meet a social environment to meet chicks. So if that's your mindset and that's what you want to do, then yeah, you probably have no business being fucking married. So if you have that mindset, don't, because it's not going to work out. It's only a matter of time before that shit falls apart. Pestilent Death. Hey, J-Dog, have you ever met the guys from Beastal Mockery, and do you know why they broke up the band? It's funny. I don't think I ever talked about Beastal Mockery on this fucking channel. I have never met them. Did they play the States? I want to say something did, and I want to see them. Because it was Master, the main guy. The only thing I know, maybe they never did. Because I know I've heard of the person I know that met him was Dave from Manicore and Void Meditation Cult and all that, because they played wherever with him. I don't remember. And he's just like, yeah, that match. He's a tiny little guy, like he's short. And maybe I had in my mind that they were here, but I think that was an overseas show that they played, and they just played with them. But I'm trying to think. I mean, like this Beast of Mockery never played Cleveland or something. Where we? And if they are, that's complete news to me. I didn't know, because there's no way I wouldn't go to that. Beast of Mockery, fucking love them. I mean, actually, I'll show you guys something here because it's right up here, the Die Hard version. Let me show you this, in case you devils haven't seen it. Hell's put it out. Fuck, I don't remember how many years. We'll see if the years on it. You guys ever see this? This is their debut album, which is my favorite album by them. See, I would just throw this in the black metal category too. Again, I'm sure some guys are like, oh, that's black thrash, because black metal can only have monotone, shitty fucking guitar riffs that you can't even tap your foot to, and no beat whatsoever. If it ain't that, it ain't black metal. I mean, what the fuck, Bathory? That was pretty fucking catchy shit. Is that black thrash? No, it's black metal. You know what I mean? It's good shit. I just put this as black metal as well. But the Christ crushing hammer chainsaw, this is the Die Hard. Let's see if I can bust out. And mine was number 9 of 11 with the chainsaw blades. 9 of 111 is what I meant to say. This is definitely my favorite thing. And this was their debut album. The second album, why am I drawing a blank of what it's called? I mean, that's fucking great too. As a matter of fact, Osmos reissued a couple years ago, and I think he might even have some stock. Oh, so the Die Hard is a picture of this. I couldn't even remember, because there's a colored vinyl, I believe, too. So here is the picture disc. See, only 111 of these made. This was the cover art. Yeah, this. I mean, if you just call this a black metal album, this is what it's kind of weird that they never brought up. I would go as far as saying this is one of my favorite black metal albums ever. Second album, Drawing a Blank, is the name, but even though I'll know as soon as I fucking hear it. That's up there too. That is very, very, very good. third album, is that the Gospelly Insane? It's funny because Osmos reissued that one as well, and I went back and listened to it because I remember not liking that one. I remember being a pretty fucking weak, but I re-listened to it. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's just their weakest effort. That was the third, and then the fourth album, Slain to Life. Hell's Headbangers put that out as well. CDLP. I thought that record was great too. I kind of considered it like a comeback because I thought it was way better than Gospel Insane. But never seen Beast of Mockery. No idea why they broke up or what those guys are doing. But huge fucking fan. If you don't know Beast of Mockery, you're definitely missing out. Especially this first album, Christ Crushing Hammer Chainsaw. If you don't have that, you're totally missing out in my book. That's one of the greats. Just like fucking Tony the Tiger would say. Joe Dinkins, goddammit. Why do guys seem way more sensitive about shit nowadays? It's like there's some kind of mass production of wimps. You got that right. Although, I'll say this. Maybe this might be kind of a rant, and we'll see how long it takes, and we'll see if we got more questions. I only see one or two more. I kind of start to question things like, you know how people are throwing out there like, oh, they're getting rid of freedom of speech, and we're losing our freedoms. You can't say this, you can't do this. And that's where a lot of the wimpification is. Although I will say this, it does seem like kids of today and shit are much fucking softer and fucking pansies. I will say in person. But what I'm getting at as far as the freedom of speech and shit, I kind of disagree. And hear me out for a second. The reason I disagree is like, you're only noticing this now because social media exists. So as far as freedom of speech, think of whatever words you think you can't say or what you cannot say or whatever. I mean, there's probably 10 different things that are popping in your mind like they are mine. You can go out in the real world and still say them. I do. Well, he does nothing. Now, if you use the N-word or something like that, there was always a risk if you did. You know, you might say it and somebody punches you in the face. Yeah, that's the risk you run. But you're not going to get arrested. Nothing's, you know what I mean? Like, you could still technically say it. Or any of the other words that you can't say no more. Nothing's going to happen. Fucking nothing, literally. And I know because 99% of them I say on myself, or just in a joking manner in public settings. I'm not slapped off in cups. Some people aren't coming up to me like canceling me or anything like that. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's because it's social media is that they're saying that. And the reason it is, I don't agree with it, but I kind of understand it in a sense because they're kind of like trying to. Maybe I'm just telling myself this to maybe look at the bright side. They're trying to like wheel things in because think about it. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry now has a voice, has an opinion because it's just out there in the world. So they can come out there and say whatever they want. You got all the typewriter tough guys in comment section shit, which would never say this fucking shit to people in their face at all ever. It's technically almost like these people just shut the fuck up, man. Like you got like, or if they're sitting there talking about like, let's say they are trying to silence them when it comes to like political things like that. People say, oh, you can't talk about this. It's like, yes, again, I do think that that shouldn't be the case. You should be able to say what you want, but at the same time, it's like, dude, who are you to talk about politics anyways? Like for the most part, are you a politician? Well, no, and you just work a regular 9-to-5 guy. Get me wrong, I'm in this category too. This includes me. I'm not belittling anybody. I'm in the exact same category. It's kind of like, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Stop talking like you do. Like you kind of don't need to be talking about this anyway. So if they're censoring you on what you're saying, it's almost kind of like, just shut up. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking about this anyways. Or your conspiracy theories about what's going on with the vax and all this other. It's like, other than just for kind of entertainment purposes, if you're shooting the shit with your buddies, it's kind of like, don't be posting that shit out there anyways, man. Because now there's all these opinions out there. And the reason I've kind of noticed this is because in the fitness world, bodybuilding world, or whatever you, especially fitness world and shit, what I kind of despise, there's tons of information out there, right? Because everybody puts out their opinions. I'm telling you right now, 90% of it is complete fucking garbage. You ever see those videos where you get the advertisement like, this one food is making you fat that you can't eat, and it goes on for 20 minutes and never tells you what this one food is? Let me give you a spoiler alert. There is no such thing as one food that's making you fat. None. Zero. Zilch. There's technically, you could eat a Big Mac every single day and lose weight. Yes, it can be done. Is it optimal? No. Do I recommend it? No. Is it the healthiest thing in the world? No. But you can do it. It can 100% do it. If all the rest of your meals you fit in your activity level, whether it be cardio or whatever your daily activities are in place, if you're in a caloric deficit for that day, every day, for weeks and months on end, you will drop body fat on a consistent basis. So whatever that is, if let's say you need to, you burn 2,000 calories in a day and you're eating well, let's say you burn 2,500 calories a day. Like it's probably around what maintenance is for people. 2,500 calories a day, and you're eating 2,000 total calories, and 500 because a Big Mac's about 500 calories, and 500 of those calories of those 2,000 come from a Big Mac. You won't be fucking getting. You will not gain body fat. Period. Zero zilch. Don't talk to me about insulin, all this other bullshit. I'll school the fuck out of you on that. Bullshit. There's no one food that you eat that makes you fat. None. Zero zilch. Not candy. Nothing. If everything else is in check. Doesn't exist. But there's all that crap out there. So it's kind of like myself included. When I see that crap in that world, those people almost do need to be canceled. You're putting out all this misinformation, fucking garbage, and confusing people. As far as people with their conspiracy theories and all this other crap, you're scaring people because somebody's reading that and they're like, oh shit, is that what's going on? And let's say it's completely false. There's no need to have read that. There's no reason you need to put that in somebody else's head when you're just some fucking jackass working some regular 9 to 5 job. Again, I'm in this category too. That what the fuck? You don't know what the hell's going on. So stop talking like you did. But you posted on a fucking, a platform that now everybody in the world can see, and there's going to be some people deceived by that. So in a sense, I kind of agree a little bit. But at the end of the day, I do believe that anybody should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. But I'm just saying I understand. And when you really break it down, go in the big boy world, take your computer, chuck it in the trash. Take this stupid ass fucking phone, which I wish didn't exist, chuck them in the fucking trash. There's none of these dumbass Facebook, Instagram, none of that fucking bullshit. 2022, year we're in. You think you're just as free as you were in 1980. You're thinking the same. It's just because of social media, and that's what everybody's on now. They're not even in the real fucking world. People don't even go out anymore. And I'm not talking COVID either. Fuck all that. So people keep using that as an excuse. I'm talking about, I was thinking this 2019, 2018, prior to COVID and shit. People just hang out. Anywhere you go, you're in the Chipotle line. Go out. 2 couples out together at a restaurant. Also living in this fucking world. That's why they think there's no freedom of speech, because when it's taken away on there, they think that's just a little platform that you shouldn't be on that all day anyways, man. So that's my sense of it. Again, I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, but, I get it in this sense. I guess a necessary evil in a sense. Don't agree with it, but I can understand it. So I don't agree. Losing freedoms. No, we're not. Same as ever. Same as ever for the most fucking part. So, they're butt raping us with fucking inflation and fucking taxes and shit. I'll agree on that. But that has nothing to do with freedom of speech. It's nothing to do with that. That's a totally different topic. So as far as wimps, yeah, noticed it with the fucking sensitive princess little fucking kids a day. I think that's just because of how they're fucking raised. It was kids raising kids. Back in fucking 50, 60 years ago, it was actually adults having kids. Now you have 16-year-olds and shit getting pregnant. Granted, you did back then too, but it was way less prevalent. That's what I think happened. Kids raising kids. And then with all this stupid ass technology that needs to go away, the way they're raising them, and don't get me wrong, I can understand it, kind of fall guilty of it too, is to shut them up. You hand them an iPad, you hand them a phone. Hey, watch this YouTube video because it's convenient, it's easy, and they got their stuff to do. Moms and dads are stressed out, so it's like, so they grow up and they're just these fucking wimpy ass fucking. You can't do anything without a calculator, dumb fucks walking around. So that's what it is. So it's kind of like, I get it, I guess. I don't like it by any means. I'm definitely refreshing. That'll be the word. Yeah, just it's a breath of fresh air when I meet kids, teenagers, etc., that have a good head on their shoulders, and which I do sometimes, especially at the gym or something like that. I'll meet some. Oh, this is actually a good kid. Actually has some brains. He's there. You know what I mean? But they're few and far between. Most of them are just complete fucking useless dumb fucks that I personally can't stand. But yeah, there's still a handful of good ones there, and I do run into them every now and then, and it's just refreshing to see. But yeah, whipification out of fucking control, and I just think it has to do with all the sensitive little fucking princesses out there. So it is what it is. Annoying, I'm just as annoyed as you, and I got to fucking deal with it. But luckily for me, I don't have to deal with the general community too much on a regular basis, so I get to dodge a lot of it. So, whatever. That's kind of what I think about it. Anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what the fuck to do. Leave them in the goddamn comments. And like I said, give me those controversial questions. The Devils love those. They eat them up for 6 a.m. with their goddamn fucking oats. Leave them in there, goddammit. I'll see you tomorrow.